Wow, really? What happened to NXT? Even I don't know the answer. The more I think about this episode of NXT, the more I realize I could probably really nitpick the hell out of this show and just cut it up to itty bitty pieces. And that's pretty much what I'm going to end up doing on this review. But I will say something positive first before I get to all that. And that is that I think when it comes to the NXT tournament, the right teams went over in their respective matches. Thank you, NXT, for booking this tournament the right way so far. And I'm doing an okay job in entertaining myself with this tournament. So with that being said, let's just get right down to the first match on this show. And that was the Vaudevillians taking on Mojo Rawley and Bull Dempsey. And basically what this was a showpiece match for the Vaudevillians. They go over against this team of Mojo Rawley and Bull Dempsey. And here's the thing. Going into this match, yeah, I'm thinking that NXT just put these two guys in just for the hell of it and just for them to feud with each other. And that's what we got here after this match. You have Bull Dempsey turn on Mojo Rawley here, and I feel like NXT is kind of rushing this along till we get to NXT TakeOver 2 into building up this new rivalry between the two of them. I like that NXT is trying to go out of the way and doing different things instead of focusing just on the in-ring work alone. I like that they're trying to do new feuds with new people. And in this case, to me, like I said, this just feels very rushed. They could have waited out this heel turn maybe a little bit longer to maybe hype it up, build it up, and then say, okay, we know that Bull Dempsey's going to turn. It's just the execution to me was very poor. So overall, even though I was entertained by this match, what came after kind of fell flat. So the second match on the show was Bayley vs. Sasha Banks, and the winner will determine the number one contender for Charlotte's NXT Women's Championship. And going into this match, I was expecting Bayley to win this match. So yes, this was very predictable. Bayley did go over Sasha Banks. However, you could have went either way with it and still somehow managed to make it look believable, because Sasha Banks, is coming off of the whole split up of the BFFs. So it would also make sense if Sasha Banks did win this match, even though NXT was grooming Bayley week after week after week to be the one next in line to face Charlotte for the title. So I'm good. It wouldn't matter either way who won this match. I would automatically be fine with the outcome. So Bayley goes over. I thought this was a decent match overall. I like the pinning combinations in the beginning of this match. Those flowed very well. And when it came to the psychology, Sasha Banks always delivers in her performance inside the ring, and Bayley was doing her job very well. My only issue with this match is how the match ended. Because throughout the entire match, they teased the whole belly to Bayley finishing maneuver, and you see Sasha counter it a couple of times. And the way this match ended was on a roll-up type of victory where Sasha Banks had Bayley in a submission hold, and the momentum shifted Sasha Banks' body on her back, and the ref counted 1, 2, 3. And I was thinking, wow, that's how they ended this match? Instead of having Bayley nail her finishing maneuver, which was actually being used to hype up this match, they go with the roll-up victory. Why? This was going so well, and they kind of screwed this match up at the end. And after what happened here when Bayley won the match. Here comes Charlotte, and the two of them are right there on the stage above the ramp, and they're shaking hands. Why is a heel champion shaking hands with a babyface challenger? The logic behind that is just plain dumb. I mean, because why, oh why, would the daughter of the dirtiest player in the game shake hands with someone who's going to fight her for the NXT Women's Championship? That makes no sense whatsoever. Wouldn't you want to get heat on herself and have her attack Bayley from behind or something like that? I mean, this was ridiculous. Instead of doing things the NXT way, they do things the Raw way, where they don't put the heel strong here to end up this segment. This totally sucked. This does not make me interested in their match. Please, NXT, put heat on your heel. Why is she playing a tweener here? Never mind this tweener crap. Babyface heel. Make up your minds. So the third match on this episode of NXT was to determine who will advance to the semifinals in the NXT Tag Team Tournament match to face the Ascension at NXT TakeOver 2. And that was a match between Cara and Kalisto taking on this new team of Wesley Blake and Buddy Murphy. Overall, I thought this match was just there on the show. This was just way too short. It didn't feel like a tournament match. This felt more like a jobber squash match where you have Kalisto and Sin Cara go over. At least NXT, when you put on a new team like you done with Jason Jordan and Ty Dillinger, you've done something good here, but you didn't use this new team well, in my opinion, to what they could do in the ring. Showcase them a lot more. I want to see more of this team. The one complaint I have with this team is this dubstep country rock garbage, whatever the heck that is. Jim Johnson, you used to create good and theme music. What happened? We also see that in a backstage segment, the Legionnaires talk about costing Team Soft their semi-final tournament match, which is cool. I don't mind it, but as long as NXT is smart and have the right team go over as the number one contenders in this tournament, and if they're going to go there with Team Soft and the Legionnaires, I'm all well and good, but I just hope that NXT is smart and have the Vaudevillians win this tournament and not Sin Cara and Kalisto or Adam Rose and Sami Zayn. Please, hell will freeze over if those two win this tournament. And then we get into the main event on this show, and boy, did NXT really screw up the joint with this main event. And I'm not just talking about the in-ring work here. I'm talking about other things that I think they really missed out on a good opportunity. And that was the match between Tyler Breeze and Adrian Neville for the NXT Championship. A match that they could have built up to TakeOver 2. Instead, they throw it here. Oh, and what's the reason why they throw it here? It's because they want to advance and do something different with Sami Zayn and Tyson Kidd. Newsflash, NXT. If you want to do something different, do something different. I mean, you got this whole thing with Tyler Breeze, who's the male model, who has released a music video, and he's been showing the music video. He's in the Documentary Academy Award series, and then you throw away his match, his shot, to face Neville for the title, put it here, just to advance a fatal 4-way match. This was the most ridiculous NXT dumb booking decision I've ever seen in my life. This was trash. But even though this booking decision was trash, I enjoyed this match. This was a really good match. A killer tornado DDT. A killer sunset flip powerbomb. things were going really good with this match until they brought out Tyson Kidd. And here I'm thinking, oh boy, they're going to screw the pooch. And they did. They bring out Sami Zayn to save the day. And here I'm thinking, you know what? You could have had the heels go over. Which is something that the WWE does not have the capabilities of doing. And when the heels were going at it, to me this just makes no sense. Here you had Tyson Kidd and Tyler Breeze going at each other, and then 1 second after they decide to 2-on-1 Adrian Neville. That makes no sense at all. I mean, the more I think about this dumb booking decision, it gets dumber every second. This was stupid, NXT. Why are you... I don't understand the logic. What is your reason behind this 4-way match? Oh, Christ. I mean, the more I think about this show, the more I realize there were a lot of dumb decisions that happened on this show. We had a rushed storyline. We got dumb booking decisions. We got you got Charlotte not attacking Bayley after the match. I mean, you could have done so much more and so much better, NXT. So overall, I don't know how I would rate this show. Maybe a 4 out of 10. Yeah, this was bad. And like I said, it's not about the in-ring work. It's about the other decisions along the way that made this show look terrible. That is all. And if you saw this episode of NXT, what did you think about it? And don't hold back. Comment below, let me know. While you're at it, you can hit that subscribe button down below this video. You can also follow MRB Wrestling on Twitter. And you can like us on Facebook at the Mick Rock and Bolt Wrestling Review Show. And on a final note to all your viewers watching, get plenty of rest and always do your best.